Good morning, everyone. We're going to do something different today because I feel like doing something totally different. First off, of course, I want to thank all the sponsors of July 2019. Love you guys to pieces, as usual. Yeah, I always love you. I love everyone that watches my channel, by the way, so thanks for that. And I'm going to do something different. I'm going to make a background and I want to do the balloon push on it. And for that we're going to need, I'm going to do this on a wrapped canvas board just to see, you know, how these are going to stay flat. Because I know a lot of people have troubles with the boards warping all over the place. So we're going to do something to make sure that that doesn't happen. What you need is a sponge. You need 2 colors of paint, and I'm going for Prussian blue and titanium white. Got to get a little bit of paint down. Wait a minute. I do pop that on my knee and usually that helps. So we're going to put both colors on there. And then all you really have to do is put the paint on the board. And you got to make sure first you got to divide the paint on the board. And then you just sort of start to make little marks that you like. Not too much, because then the colors are really going to mix together and then you won't see any difference like right now. We're going to come in again with that color. You do this twice. So first, this is the first layer. It's more to cover your canvas. But you can see the nice difference in colors. So first we're going to do this, then you let it dry, you come back in, you do it again. And that time you sort of do a little bit more of the different colors. You already see that it's sort of getting that cloudy look. And if you want a little bit more darker, you can come in here and there with a little bit more color. But like I said, you got to be careful that you don't mix too much, because then it's the same as with pouring. If you mix too much color, it'll just turn into one color and you don't want that. So it's just a very, very slight little dab here and there, and you just do a little like that. So we need a little bit more white down here. And that's really all there is. There you go. So here you have the little darker bits. Here you have a little bit of lighter bits. And when this is dry, you do it one more time. It deepens the colors a little bit. And then you let it dry and you're ready to go. So I'll put this one away. And this is what the second layer looks like. And now we have a nice little background. And why I'm doing this is just because of the warping of this board. I know you can flatten it out. If you have some of these laying around and they're all warped, what you do is you spray the back with a little mister bottle. I have like really small ones for that. So you spray the back, and then of course you make sure this is dry. Then you put something heavy on top, books or something like that. You let it dry for a couple of days and they will flatten out. But I'm trying to make it that it doesn't warp at all. Okay, so we're ready. Now I have a balloon, and it's a small balloon, and I didn't blow it up really hard because I want pretty much a really big or a circle of color. So to make it really big, you have to have a lot of contact. And I've heard a lot of people say, I only get really little small circles. And that is usually because you blow the balloon up way too big and there's too much pressure on the balloon. And then if you want a big one, you'll have to put it down in the paint and you will have to like do this, turn it around to make it bigger. But if you put less air in your balloon, and I'm just waiting for it to burst at the moment. But see, you can make it really flat and that way you can press out really big circles. So, okay, we're ready. Just putting up my sleeves here. So I want a really big one and maybe a couple of little ones. And I think you'll have to put a little bit of, put it back in the model it had. Okay, so we're gonna do that. So I have my paints and I want to make pretty much a lot of colors. So I'm going to start off with a darker color in the middle. This is Prussian blue. So we're going to put that one here in the middle. Then I'm really think this will be nice if we put a couple of big drops in there, because you don't want just circles of color. You want a little bit of variation. So for that, I'm going to take a light yellow, put that around. But I'm going to leave the circle, the middle bit intact, because I think that is the dark that I want inside. Then I would like to repeat that color a little bit. Then I'm going to come in with the burnt sienna. Oops. Because I really like that color. Then I have a little bit darker yellow orange kind of color. So we're going to put that in. Then I'm going to put the lighter color in between. And the white. Well, not white. That is Naples yellow with titanium white. That gives us a nice color. And for a little bit of wow, I think I'll go for a little bit of orange here and there. Okay, now we're going to get our balloon. I hope it doesn't burst. There you go. Now, those are some nice colors. But for me, I think I'm missing a little bit. The balloon is pretty nice too, isn't it? So I'm going to do a small one here and a small one down here. And I want to do a big one up here. So this time I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. See the difference? Because this is all about just, you know, experimenting with backgrounds, with colors. This is what people normally do, and I'll have to... Okay, we're back. I have to cut that out because that was, I had to do some other stuff. I had to clean the balloon off a little bit. So a little bit of that color. And this time I want a little bit more of the sienna color. And let's see, the orange I have, the light yellow. Okay, let's do it. Oh, that is really a nice one, although it isn't really round, which I thought it would be, but that's okay. We can fix that up. Because we can put a little one down here and a little one up here. So that's it. And we do have some silicone in here, so, oh, this is my old torch. And so we can give it a little torch, not too much. There we go. Now this is a real fun project to do with kids, because they're going to have a lot of fun pushing those balloons in the paint. First off, give them the colors they want to use, and I'd say 4 or 5 colors, more than enough. But you can go really nice bright colors, or just do this. Doesn't really matter. You can do whatever you want. So that's really it. And here we have a nice little painting to go on a wall. I would even go so far to say that when it's dry, what I would really think is really nice for children, because if you do this in the summertime, if you put this one outside, this will dry in about an hour. So for a kid's party, you could let them make this. You could do the backgrounds first, and then let them push the balloons on top, because the attention span of children is very short, of course. So once they've put these balloon press things on there, you could do something else with them. Then when it's dry, I think an hour, it'll be totally dry. Then I would take some aluminium foil, and I would make the first letter of their name or something like that, put that on top. And that would be really easy to do if you cut out the initials out of cardboard, and you let them wrap that in aluminium foil and then press it on. That's really, really nice. So I hope you enjoyed this little interesting little press balloon thingy, and I will see you right back. Oh, by the way, guys, I am making a new resin piece, but that's going to be the video is going to be ready tomorrow. So I'll see you all in the next video. Love you all to pieces.